My topic is confounding situation in management of coexisting cataract and glaucoma straightway. I am thankful to again all the co-instructor for sparing time for this IC. I have no financial disclosure. No textbook clearly explained about the management of coexisting cataract and glaucoma, and you must realize that this is very often encountered problem in day-to-day practice, and there is lots of combination of permutation exists in so far as the management concerned, and opinion of most of the ophthalmologists differ in the same clinical scenario. So there is no uniformity about how to go about the cases and when we encounter such cases. Managing and determining the visual potential in a case of a combined cataract and glaucoma is a challenging situation, and even hard to discern about how much glaucoma is contributing to reduced visual acuity and how much cataract is contributing to the reduced visual acuity. And even the greatest challenge is to when do cataract surgery alone, traps or followed by trap surgery, or trap surgery followed by cataract surgery, or both combined together. There is certain disadvantage of all the procedure. If you do the cataract surgery first, there may be earlier visual rehabilitation, but poor control of glaucoma because you are not taking care of the glaucoma part. It reduces the IOP, though difficult to achieve the target intraocular pressure for the particular patient. And if you do the trabeculotomy surgery in cases of first cataract surgery, there is a slightly poor results of trabeculotomy surgery. And again, if you are combining with the later on 2SS surgery, the risk of anesthesia is twice, cost inconvenience to the patients. Similarly, if you do the glaucoma surgery first, you will have a better control of IOP, but delayed visual rehabilitation. Performing cataract surgery may compromise filtering surgery too. And again, the risk of anesthesia, twice, cost inconvenience applies here too. If you combine both the surgery together, the potential advantage is patient convenience, definitely. Cost is lesser, easier for the patient, less stressful while awaiting the second surgery to the patient, less risk of anesthesia too. And you avoid potential post-operative intraocular spike, which is very important if you have a very compromised visual field. So it is better taken care with the combined surgery. And we will have a better long-term control of intraocular pressure. And then one of the best advantage is a very quick visual recovery. But the potential disadvantage is the more post-operative complications in the form of choroid detachment, shallow AC, even hyphema. Again, you will have Unde is not proper, then you will have aqueous misdirection also. This is inflammation is more in because you are combining both the surgery. So it is definitely a disadvantage. And it is definitely a technically difficult surgery, so those who are well versed with the procedure may go for it. Though the visual recovery is early, but the surgical rehabilitation is longer because you are combining the 2-3 surgeries together. So before a factor to be considered in planning the management is age of the patient. Definitely age is the biggest biggest target for while preparing managing the cataracts with glaucoma surgery, because if a patient comes with the extremes of the age, definitely you would like to have a combined surgery. Intraocular pressure, again, if you are having a maximum patient is taking maximum medical therapy and not control, definitely will have going to address both the disease in the same sitting. If you have a very advanced visual defect, amount of the cataract, these are all the contributory factor while planning the management. Surgeons, individual expertise, and the number of topical medicine being used, and target pressure, whether they are able to achieve the target pressure or not. You may encounter different clinical scenario. We'll have one patient comes with the controlled IOP on MMT, visiting for the first time in your clinic, and cataract amounting to the surgery. So you don't know what is the visual status, visual outcome, and if a patient particularly does not maintain the good record, and your patient especially came to you for the for the opinion, and you want to do the cataract surgery. So plan would be different in those cases. And another clinical scenario is controlled intraocular pressure on maximum medical therapy, and it is your patient. You have been following patient since very long. You know what is the vision, how patient deteriorated, and it is not definitely you know that this is not due to the glaucoma part, which is contributing to the deterioration of vision, the plan would be different. You will definitely will feel more comfortable in managing those cases. And I have encountered many patients, everybody would have been encountering that patient come for the cataract surgery for the first time and having high intraocular pressure, advanced CD ratio, and the amount, media opacity is like that, it is not possible to do visual field examination or even OCT, then plan would be definitely different in those cases. A patient is having uncontrolled intraocular pressure on maximum medical therapy plus cataract, advanced visual field defect, planning would be different. We would definitely like to have combined surgery in those cases. And patient with uncontrolled IOP on MMT plus cataract, mild visual field defect, definitely wouldn't like to do the combined surgery in those cases, because surgery taking care of cataract alone definitely going to lower the intraocular pressure. May put off one or two drugs from the patient installation. So I have made a flow chart, like glaucoma patient with the cataract. If you would done the history and physical examination, if patient is having decreased visual, affects daily activity and quality of life, mild glaucoma damage with good IOP control on one or two drugs, go for the cataract surgery. And you always do clear corneal phaco to save the conjunctiva for the future needed trabeculectomy. Glaucoma not controlled with medication. Glaucoma need MMT, advanced cupping and visual field defects, and glaucoma medicine patient is not able to tolerate. So in those cases, definitely it's combined with the cataract surgery and glaucoma surgery together. Depending upon your expertise, one or two site surgeries can be done, and antifibrotic agents should be used in those cases. Though two site surgery definitely lower on 1 or 2 millimeter of extra intraocular pressure lower, but it is not significantly significant while a study is quoted. If you have patient with acute or impending lens-related complication, having secondary glaucoma, example due to trauma, neovascular glaucoma, uveitic with high intraocular pressure, stage surgery would be preferable. Trap first, take care of the intraocular pressure, then do for the cataract surgery. Once your glaucoma is controlled, you can always better plan, and you can evaluate the patient's symptom and all. So this is a small video clip. This is a case of trabeculectomy. This is the case of neovascular glaucoma. I have injected 3 anti-VEGF, and now the new NVI is regressed and pressure is high, so there is a little amount of visual potential is there. So I decided to do the trap surgery in this case. While doing trap surgery alone, I always use a triangular flap in these cases. Not some may do rectangular flap too. So amount of pressure is higher. The patient was having pain and all, not due to the neovascularization iris, because of the intraocular pressure. So after taking care of the preoperatively intraocular pressure and all by mannitol and all, I did trabeculectomy surgery. Here I can just to show the osteum. Yes. Kelly's punch is utilized for making the incision and all. You can see the after the surgery, suturing and all, you have a self-retaining air bubble. So this definitely is a marker of very good intraocular pressure, and in these cases. Another surgery is combined, just to show few clips. Again, I here use a rectangular flap, and I used the same site surgery. Many people don't find doing the surgery with the same side, superior side, because we have trained like that from the superior side in the previous year, so I could do both the side surgery. You do. Yeah. Did the phaco, uneventful phaco. Now implantation. I didn't put pilocarpine to reduce the pupil size, just a stroking of the iris is sufficient to bring down the pupil. Even I did not open up the side one scleral flap with the same flap. I am pulling out the, and after it is, yes, you can see the good PI and all. So this is the end of surgery. If you are utilizing two-side surgery, always better to suture the corneal side if you are two-side surgery to have a better post of SC formation. Thank you for your patience.